Nature man spirit. What is nature man spirit complex? Good. Who gave this concept? LP Vidyarthi. So, what was his basic idea? Nana? By doing an ethnographic study, what will one will be able to understand by around this concept, or what is linked with this NMS complex concept? What exactly did he conclude, or what exactly did he tell? ఏం చెప్పాడు? Yes, correct. So where did he do his study? Which hills? Rajmahal Hills. Which tribes? Malair, Pahadia tribes. Pahadia. Right? So we'll wait. It's not time. We'll wait for your friends. Meanwhile, we'll discuss. So, what is sacred complex? Yes. So, examples of the sacred complex. Nana? Falgun, okay. First main example చెప్పేయచ్చు కదా, where the study has been done. Gaya. ఇంకా వారణాసి, పూరి, right? Yes. So what is the relevance of NMS complex? Why should we study the nature man spirit complex concept? What is the contemporary relevance? Indigenous knowledge systems, inka implementation of policies, resistance, biodiversity conservations. So yes. So where is this Chenchu tribe? Srisailam. So which example, where did we study this example? Yes, Srisailam Tiger Reserve. చూసారా అది? డిడ్ యూ గో బ్యాక్ అండ్ రీడ్ వాట్ వాజ్ ద ఇంపార్టెన్స్? సో ఏమైంది ప్రాజెక్ట్ టైగర్లో? వాట్ ఈస్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ టైగర్? కన్జర్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ టైగర్స్. ఓకే. సో వై దిస్ ఇస్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ టైగర్, ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఎలిఫెంట్? వై నాట్ సిమిలర్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ దే కెన్ హ్యావ్ అండర్ శాంక్చురీస్, రైట్? వై స్పెషల్లీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ టైగర్? టైగర్ ఎండేంజర్డ్. ఎండేంజర్డా వల్నరబులా? ఎక్స్టింక్టా? నానా పుల్లులు ఇన్ని కనిపిస్తా అంటే ఎక్స్టింక్ట్ అంటే ఎట్లా మీరు? నియర్లీ ఎండేంజర్డ్, అదేం పదం? మర్చిపోయినారా? అంటే మీరు చదవలేదా, మర్చిపోయినారా, తెలీదా? మీకు చెప్పలేదా? నేను చెప్పినట్టున్నాను కదా క్లాసిఫికేషన్ అంతా, చెప్పినాను కదా. Panthera tigris. Endangered. సో ఈ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ మీకు మర్చిపోయినారా? గుర్తులేదా? ఇది తెలీదా అసలు ఇది? ఓకే, ఐ విల్ జస్ట్ బ్రీఫ్ ఇట్ అవుట్. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ హౌ ద IUCN classifies each species based on the conservation status. So the very basic thing is least concern. You don't need to bother about that. So there are abundant in number, just like your dogs, hens, whatever. So then the next category is near threatened. So that means if you don't act now, this will enter into the endangered category. And in the endangered, in the threatened category, near threatened, it will enter into the threatened category. In the threatened category, there are three kinds. So the very basic is vulnerable, and then next one is endangered, and then next one is critically endangered. So critically endangered means less than 250 individuals are surviving only సమ్ స్క్వేర్ కిలోమీటర్ రేడియస్ ఉంటుంది ఐయుసిఎన్లో చూడండి. సమ్ నాకు తెలిసి లెస్ దాన్ 5 or 10 సమ్ లిమిటెడ్ జాగ్రఫికల్ ఏరియా ఉంటుంది. సో లెస్ దాన్ 250 ఇండివిజువల్స్ ఆర్ లిమిటెడ్ జాగ్రఫికల్ ఏరియా అక్కడ మాత్రమే ఉంటే క్రిటికల్లీ ఎండేంజర్డ్. సో ఎండేంజర్డ్ ఈజ్ అరౌండ్ 1000 to 1200 ఇండివిజువల్స్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఎండేంజర్డ్. Then vulnerable more than that, around more than 2500. So this is the categorization. All these three are clubbed into this thing called threatened. Least concern, near threatened, threatened, vulnerable, endangered and critically endangered. So then next one is extinct in the wild. That means what? So it is not present in the natural settings, not in the forest, not in the natural settings. So this is bred only in the captivity, in the zoos, or else in the captive breeding. What do you mean by captive breeding? Captive breeding sites ante enti? Captive ante enti? Captive ante? Bandinchadam. So where you have an enclosed space so that their life won't be endangered. So that is captive breeding. It could be multiple things like zoos gaani, లేదా germ banks gaani, లేదా special programs gaani. So that is extinct in the wild. And finally extinct means, so there is no reporting of that animal or though there is no sighting of that animal or the bird in the specific number of years ఉంటుంది. You go back and read that number of years. So then that is called as extinct. So now let's get back. So what happened in the project Tiger is, so when they tried to do this, whatever the things they tried to restrict the Chenchu tribes in the Srisailam Tiger Reserve, so there was a even more clear resistance from the Chenchus and also the conservation measures whatever they were taking, so that were not that much fruitful. Then slowly what they did is, so they employed Chenchus itself as the ambassador for this forest tiger, project Tiger, and they were taken as friends of forest, Chenchus. So then the number spiked like anything. Now Srisailam Tiger Reserve, it holds in the one of the top 3 most number of tigers in the tiger reserves of India. So this is again one more examples of your NMS complex, nature man spirit complex, where the Chenchus believe the animism, their panthera. What is panthera? Pantheon. Adi genus. Pantheon ante enti? Ma daivam. So they find this thing in the tiger. They have that emotional bonding with the location and the tiger. Understand? So this is again one more example of your nature man spirit complex. So conservation strategies. Understand? And there is one example where in the Polavaram rehabilitation, where the tribes included Kondareddy tribes. What happened? సో మీరంతా ఇక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్ళండి అంటే మీకు R&R ఇస్తామంటే దెర్ వాస్ క్లియర్ రెసిస్టెన్స్. ఫైనలీ ఆఫ్టర్ ఆంథ్రోపాలజికల్ రీసెర్చ్, సో దెర్ వాస్ వన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ వేర్ దే మెయింటైన్ దట్ కిన్షిప్ బాండింగ్, వన్ ఫ్యామిలీ విత్ అనదర్ ఫ్యామిలీ. సో దే హ్యాడ్ దట్ సోషలాజికల్ గ్రూపింగ్, ద మ్యాన్ కాంపనెంట్, వేర్ they wanted to have a rehabilitation completely, not one by one. If you want to shift us completely, not 5 members now, not 10 members later, not 15 members later. Understand? So they wanted to maintain that social group specifically. So that is one more example why the R&R resistance will be there. And other example I told you, though that's not the tribal case, so I told you about that Kakinada Island, where though despite having a clear issues of lack of facilities, so they are resistant to come to the shore area. They want to be in the island itself. So that is again their beliefs might be rooted along with the place. They cannot leave out their ancestors, they cannot leave out their local deities. So all these are the important aspects of your nature man spirit complex. Whereas what is sacred complex is why this center is growing, why this religious center is growing, why is it getting importance. Don't confuse religious center with the temple. Understand? You can find n number of temples even here. but that is not considered as a religious center. Understand? So pilgrimage center, religious center are the one relevant for your sacred complex. A big urban area, or else big, even if it be big rural area where lot of pilgrims are, the devotees will throng to that place to offer that sacred rituals, which will be done by some sacred specialist. Understand? So that concept is referred to as sacred complex. What is Sanskritization? Emulation of lower people by to higher people. Yes, to improve the hierarchy. What is Westernization? Western thoughts. What Western thoughts exactly? Where? Education, philosophy, employment, economy. So all these things. That is Westernization. What is dominant caste? Decisive power in that specific area. It could be because of multiple things. It could be because of numbers. It could be because of ritual purity. It could be because of economic control. And this dominant caste theory is dynamic. It changes with the situation. It changes with the place. It changes with the perspective. Right? What is judgment system? A traditional village system where the relationship between the yajman or judgman and multiple communes, where there is a clear interdependency between each other. So that is judgment system. Right? What are Purusharthas? What are Purusharthas? No, I am not asking what are the components of the Purusharthas. I am asking what is Purushartha? Meaning of the life, the purpose of the life of an individual, where he goes through multiple things of the ashrama system, brahmacharya, gruhastha, vanaprastha and sannyasa, where he, during this ashrama system, he tries to realize everything through dharma, artha, kama, to liberate his soul by doing karma and repaying his debts as runa. So that is Indian social system. So any doubts till now? Varna system, ashrama system, jati, caste, what is caste, what is dominant caste, what is judgment system, what is the future of the caste? Understand? Sacred complex, nature man spirit complex. Concepts are clear now?